All right, so I was a three-sport athlete here at Granite Hills. I was involved in volleyball, basketball, track and field, and I loved athletics, but again, I wasn't really sure if I was cut up for the collegiate material. I knew I wanted to go to college, and my parents, they never went to college, so I'm a first-generation college student. And one day out of the blue, the athletic director at the time, Gary Stoddard, calls up my teacher, who was Mr. Wilder, and I was in my 7th period civics and econ class, and he said, "Hey, send Elena up to my office." And so we filled out a recruiting flyer for Sacramento State women's rowing. He sent it in, we waited, and then I got a response back from the head coach, and basically I just kept following up with him back and forth. And before I knew it, I went up for an official visit, and I fell in love. I loved what I saw. It's different. I didn't know what rowing was, but I thought, why not? Let's give it a chance. And so once I sent in my transcripts, I had pretty good grades here at Granite Hills. And he offered me partial to go be part on his team, and I worked my way up to a full of my career there, and I fell in love with the sport, and I wouldn't see myself anywhere else but there. It was definitely my 4 years here at Granite Hills. As I mentioned, I was part of volleyball, basketball, track and field, and I was also in band here and involved in other clubs and outside activities as well. And Granite Hills really prepared me with the work ethic, and their athletics programs really prepared me to always be an athlete of good character, no matter what I did, just to be well-rounded with doing community service, getting good grades, putting out an all-out effort in whatever I did, and pursuing victory with honor, which is embedded in our gym there. And I carried that on to rowing. I went out there every morning. We practiced 6 days a week. Early in the morning, woke up at 5 a.m., had double days, triple days sometimes in our spring break and winter training. It was definitely a work ethic that I've developed here. And what also helped too was that I challenged myself academically, taking AP classes here at Granite Hills, and the course load and the workload, I was able to transfer it all over to Sacramento State, which led to my successes there in the program and in school. I believe I owe Granite Hills everything for my successes that I had as a student athlete at Sacramento State. Their staff, their administration, the coaches, they prepared me well for what was ahead. Definitely built character here, built a work ethic in school and in sports that I carried over. And you also mentioned something about rowing being very physical and mental. Yes, and I believe the late nights I spent doing an essay here at Granite Hills and the late practices that I spent in the gym there really translated over into my collegiate career. Don't be scared to take chance or take risks. Take advantage of opportunities. I feel like I got to where I am now by taking advantage of opportunities and really utilizing resources that are out there for us. People are here to help. They are. And it just takes a question to lead to another question, to lead to another question. And it takes taking advantage of one opportunity to lead to another opportunity, to lead to another opportunity. So don't be scared. Do it. It's going to be great. For someone that's from a small city such as Porterville and neighboring cities here, some advice to prepare them for college is that it's going to be a culture shock. Don't be scared of that. Be open to new experiences, different mindsets, different cultures. But it's a new experience, and new experiences are always fun. But the number one thing that I can leave them with is take advantage of opportunities that are offered there. At that level, what you put into it is what you're going to get out. So if you put in hours of studying, if you put in dedication to your coursework or whatever you're involved in, hard work always pays off. That's kind of what I've experienced in my lifetime, especially at Sacramento State, is if I put in the work, you see results. So anything that you do, put in 110% if you can, and you'll see results. And don't be afraid to go to do more than what you think you could do. You'll always surprise yourself. Like with rowing, like if you're tired, if you're at the 500 meter mark, you have to keep pushing, you have to keep going, because the girl behind you isn't going to stop, the girl in front of you isn't going to stop. So why are you going to stop? I feel more empowered, if that makes any sense. I feel more empowered, more confident in my abilities, and ready to take on my next step. I'm ready to be an influential person in society. I wanted to get out of Porterville just to experience something new, get an education. Since I'm the oldest of my family and the first person in my family to go to college, I wanted my little siblings to follow in my footsteps. And so it was really important for me to go to college and get out of Porterville to show them and my family members, like my little cousins, that it can be done. And it was done.